A wave of disappointment. One of President Donald Trump's most loyal voting blocs, Cuban and Venezuelan immigrants. Now speaking out in Miami, a Republican stronghold, as the recent wave of deportations hits home and the Trump administration moved to end temporary legal status, or TPS, for more than 500,000 people who arrived during the Biden administration. Elena Conde says she came here from Cuba on humanitarian parole in 2023. Her husband, Ariel Lara, crossed the border with Mexico twice, once in 2019 when he was detained and deported, and then again in 2022. 6 weeks ago, he was taken into custody at his residency hearing.
So he was given an appointment to go to ICE. You told him before he left for that appointment, you don't have anything to worry about. You haven't done anything.
Instead, he was transferred to Texas, where we spoke to him from his detention center.
Ariel, ¿qué piensas sobre lo que está pasando ahora en este país, en este momento con respecto a las deportaciones? How do you feel about everything that's happening right now in this country with the deportations?
No sé cómo.
You don't understand how this could happen. ¿Qué pensaba que iba a pasar cuando ganó Trump? What did you think was going to happen when Trump won? You're saying you believed the president when he said he was going to deport criminals.
Now, Elena is left behind with her daughter, 7-month-old son, and Ariel's 70-year-old grandmother, who has been a U.S. citizen for years. Together, facing a reality they never imagined.
Toda mi familia votó por Trump.
Your whole family voted for Trump. Lo apoyaba a Trump durante su campaña. Did you support him?
Yo estoy fuera.
You're outside of it. You can't vote. Pero te sientes decepcionada? Do you feel disappointed, deceived? Engañada.
Me siento mal porque sé que ellos creían en él.
You feel bad because the rest of them believed in him.
It's a concern Democratic strategists are capitalizing on, with billboards like these calling Republican lawmakers traitors. Still, here in Florida, Trump won almost 70% of the Cuban-American vote in 2024, along with 61% of Doral, home to the largest Venezuelan-American population in the U.S.
They used us.
Adelis Ferro is the co-founder and executive director of the Venezuelan-American Caucus.
How is the Venezuelan community feeling right now, especially in the context of these deportations?
Desperate, terrified. There are people with mental health issues. There are people with panic attacks, anxiety attacks. They'd rather to die than go back to Venezuela, and then
people
you have to stop.
People are talking about taking their lives.
I have those messages.
Because the situation here
Because of the situation. They'd rather
so
to take their own
deportation.
lives, yes, than go back to Venezuela.
The ripple effects affecting families and businesses. This Venezuelan business owner, who asked us not to use his name to protect his business and fellow owners, said the political instability has led to a 20% drop in revenue.
It's affecting your clients as well as the people who work here. A lot of people have already invested in businesses here, and they've stopped because they just don't know what the future brings.
Still, experts say the current turmoil may not hurt the Republican Party.
All this stuff done in the first 200 days of the administration. They have a long road ahead before the midterms.
Do you think that Trump will pay a political price?
I'm not sure that Trump or the Republican Party as an institution is going to suffer a great deal unless the Democrats can muster an opposition that is a compelling vision as to how things could be done differently.
Morgan Radford, NBC News.
With
Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, and them honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and peace and salutation to the outcome doing his work and truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. All right, we're going to do this lesson, okay, going into Esau all right, and it's constant deportation of the tribes, all right, mainly being Northern Kingdom right now, you know, and Esau, has instituted the paddy rollers, once again, man. So you Northern Kingdom, y'all don't know about the paddy rollers, man. You know, the 6-pack crackers they used to hunt down, Jake when they escaped the plantation, man. Okay, which later got turned into the police force. Okay, that brutalized our people, man. All right, but the paddy rollers are back. All right, and they catching up. A lot of you Northern Kingdom, man. All right, but a lot of you trusted in this devil. You believe the words of the devil. You know, he was only going to deport criminals, and he was only going to deport those that are illegal. He was going to keep you Venezuelans with your temporary protected status, and eventually maybe you could file for citizenship, and your shit'll keep getting extended. All right, but what did he do? As soon as he got his ass in office, man, he made that shit null and void. you know, and now you crying, all right, because you don't want to leave Babylon, man. You done fell in love. You done fell in love with this hellhole, man. You know, but that's what you get, all right, for trusting in Esau, man. All right, a lot of you Northern Kingdom, you came over here with a whole lot of pride, all right, with your chest poked out, man. All right, like the that Venezuelan woman that was talking shit about Jake. Talking about Jake is lazy and Jake don't want to work. All right, the racism don't exist in America. Oh yeah, a Northern Kingdom woman saying that. Well, she could have been an Edomite, you know, but that bitch was going in on Southern Kingdom, man. Okay, and look at your ass. Her ass was probably here on TPS. A lot of these the Asherites that's here, they here on that temporary protected status. They say the majority of them are like here in Houston, you know, and even Northern Kingdom was kind of banging as far as like Issachar. They was kind of getting upset with Asher out here too. They say Asher is real proud and shit. You know, they sneaky. They kind of conniving. And like I seen quite a bit of them, are actually are Edomites, man. Some of those Venezuelans, man. Some of them straight up look like Edomites, with fucking green eyes and shit, and real light complected. You know, that's a lot of them that got the permission to come out here anyway. Because they look like Edomites. You know, but they don't give a damn about Northern Kingdom. Didn't give a damn about Levi getting deported. It was a joke when Levi was getting deported, sitting in the car yelling and shit. Which that shit was probably staged any damn way. Talking about the dude talking about F Trump and shit. Talking about Obama. What do you say, Biden? I love you or some shit like that. It was all a joke. You know. But now that you're seeing Issachar getting deported, you're seeing Zebulon, getting deported. You're seeing Asher uh, getting deported. Now Northern Kingdom want to act like they got some damn sense. All right, and this is all happening through the spirit, man. All right, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. The Most High not allowing you Northern Kingdom to have this fucking pride anymore, man, and all this goddamn belief in America. Because y'all was some of the drunkest, all right, of the tribes dealing with this bitch Babylon, man. Dealing with, kissing Esau's ass and being a part of his ways and his American system, man. All right, and now y'all looking at shit a whole lot different. Y'all even looking at Southern Kingdom a whole lot different. So this is good for you because it ain't just affecting. God, damn, man. Well, it's not just affecting the Venezuelans and the Haitians and the Nicaraguans. Nah, it's just affecting even Iskarites and Zebulonites that been here for decades that are considered illegal, man. That are so-called stables in their community, been working for 30 plus years and all this shit. Even they being deported. Okay, so it's hitting close to home, man. And you look at some type of way when you trying to support this devil, man. There's way less support of the devil now that your auntie can get picked up by the patty rollers. Your children can get picked up after being here forever. I'm telling you, man. Some of these, especially out here in Houston, some of these Northern Kingdom been here their whole life. They might have crossed when they was 1 or 2 or 3. So all they know is America, man. All right, and they could be sent back at any moment to a lifestyle they don't even know what the fuck is going on out there. All right, but hey, this is also gonna contribute to that financial collapse, man. Because I've been seeing Southern Kingdom, celebrating that since Northern Kingdom getting deported, a lot of these jobs are opening back up. But man, them jobs ain't shit, man. And the companies they can't afford to replace uh, those immigrants, man. They just can't. All right. I mean, they can, but with the greed of a lot of these CEOs and shit now, and the VPs and shit, all right, they rather just shut the fucking company down than to pay more wages and get less profit, man. Okay, because they didn't prove the point. All right, you gonna work, you gonna be a goddamn slave, man. You're not getting no fucking livable damn wage, man. You know. But that's all I had. I pray that this lesson is edifying and shalom.